yourself? Do you really hear yourself? Do you know that your son is in a permanent coma? I am trying to protect our daughter! And all you can do is play games with your ex-wife?
I feel like I'm being tested. You sympathize and you try to support me, but when I push too hard, you jump on a plane to go see Brenda, or you run across town to go see Kate. What the hell is that?
Kate and I are business partners.
You weren't taking care of business standing there in the hotel lobby, Jax.
No, we weren't. We were talking about Sonny's decision to give up Morgan.
Oh, how the hell is it any of Kate's business what Sonny and I do with our children?
Kate doesn't think that you should have asked Sonny to give up his sons, and she disagrees with him for giving in.
Oh, wow. Hooray for Kate. Did you thank her for her insight?
No, I agree with you. You know that.
Well, next time, you can tell Kate to butt out and mind your own
What
business.
if I said the same thing about Jason every time you go running across town to him?
You can't compare Kate to Jason. Kate is a snob, and she's playing
You're absolutely right. You can compare the two.
Right now, I feel like Jason is the only person on earth who supports me and who understands me and gives a
Jason
damn
is in
about
the
how I
same
feel.
business as Sonny. I mean, the violence that you're trying to protect Morgan from, it follows Jason around as well. So when are you going to cut your ties from him? Huh? When are you going to make that clean break?
Anthony, I think it was a smart move to blow up Jason's first shipment, but I think we should hit him again before he has a chance to regroup.
I'm listening.
Just level the warehouse, torch another shipment.
Jason is going to retaliate. He is probably planning his move right now.
No, he's not. He's distracted. He's still grieving over Michael. Look, Sonny didn't give him any transition time. He dropped the business right into his lap. This is the best time to eliminate him.
Richie, you got a personal vendetta against the man. It's always a bad reason to make a move.
Look, Jason is a glorified hitman, okay? He doesn't have any affinity for leadership or for planning, but he's very good at killing people. So we got to neutralize him before he neutralizes us.
There is a big difference between fear and caution. Unfortunately, my son, you never learned that.
Trevor, your son might be right. Jason has proven very hard to kill. This could be our chance to finish him off.
Then you better send the best. Because if you try to take him out, eliminate him, and you miss, Jason's going to retaliate. And unlike you, my son, Mr. Morgan usually hits what he's aiming at.
The Jackal had no idea that Stone Cold had aspirations to replace Mr. Sir.
I didn't. Sonny wanted this. I agreed so he would give custody to Carly, Michael, and Morgan.
You've never demonstrated even a slight interest in taking charge. You don't preen with power like Mr. Sir, and you express discomfort when giving orders. I mean, you're a doer, not a desk sitter.
Doesn't matter.
I mean, I have no doubt that you will handle your increased responsibilities with aplomb, but any satisfaction that you take will soon greatly diminish, and hapless things befall those who are dissatisfied in their work.
Spinelli, everybody's safer this way, okay? And it's not if there's something better out there waiting for me.
Please tell me you are not considering using Mr. Grasshopper as an alibi.
I don't need an alibi.
One of your shipments was just burned to a crisp in the harbor, presumably the handiwork of the Zakaras. You send me out of the room so that you can confer with Max. Hypothetically speaking, the only possible topic of conversation was retaliation.
Yeah, the Jackal complies. First, a word or two with the brusque lady of justice. Firstly, the Jackal would be an exemplary alibi and stands ready to validate Stone Cold's lack of guilt in any and all charges leveled against him.
Anyone who lets you near a witness stand is committing litigatory suicide.
Secondly, the Jackal would hope that the tense but supremely competent mob lawyer would advise her client to follow his heart rather than take on any responsibilities that could prove burdensome or worse.
Bit cynical about love, are you?
Well, okay. For the Zakaras, love is just another excuse to lie. My father was so in love with Johnny's mother that he shot and killed her.
Oh, nice.
It's good role model, right?
Yeah. Well, my father was literally obsessed with my mother. And my uncle, he just followed suit. I mean, for a long time, I was afraid to fall in love because I thought that I would end up in that same desperate corner. You know?
So how were you able to have a happy, normal, healthy relationship with Emily?
Because she was the exact opposite of the Cassadines. No ulterior motives, no hidden agendas, none of that. She broke through my defenses, and I felt safe with her.
Wow. What a concept.
I mean, yeah, right? Even when we were fighting and living apart, still had a connection with her.
No wonder you're so devastated she's gone.
Yeah. She took a piece of me with her when she died. I wake up every morning feeling empty. It's really hard to imagine my life without her.
Hey. Oh, Fair Samantha. Oh, gosh. Thank you for responding to my summons.
Yeah, looks like we might have done a few too many reps.
The jackal aches in places he did not know could be sore.
Okay, this is good. This is actually really good because you're using muscles that you normally wouldn't use, and I just think a few more sessions and you're gonna loosen up just fine.
The jackal must regretfully decline. Pain is a most powerful deterrent.
Well, what about Maxie?
Look, there's got to be some other form of enhancement that would attract Maximista that does not provoke stiffness in my peroneus longus.
Mr. Grasshopper has a rather obscure way of putting things, but occasionally a glimmer of insight manages to shine through, and I have to concur with him. This is not a job you seem to want.
I've run things before.
Believe me, I am not complaining. You are far less erratic than Sonny is. His demands were often unreasonable. His need to be in control at all times was burdensome, to say the least. But it brings me to my point. I'll bet every shoe in my closet that Sonny tries to take all this back very soon.
Diane.
Hi, Max.
Hi. I hate to interrupt, but I need to talk to the boss about a retaliation strategy. Hypothetically speaking,
You know what? There's nothing to discuss. I'm gonna handle it myself.
I will never end my relationship with Jason.
Despite the violence.
Despite anything.
Well, that's really mature of you, Carly. I'm your husband. I'm the one that you're supposed to be sharing your life with.
Yeah, and you just stood there and admitted that you were talking about me to Kate. How do you think that makes me feel?
Are you jealous of Kate? Is that what this is about?
Kate is selfish. She took my kid to the warehouse,
she's
Jax.
involved with Sonny. I suppose that upsets you even more than the fact that her and I are business partners, right?
Give a damn that they're together.
Well, I'd love to believe that. But you and Sonny, you always find a way back to each other. And maybe it's the history you share. Or maybe it's the way you, maybe it's the unique way you guys push each other's buttons.
What the hell are you trying to say?
You know, it seems like what happened to Michael is just another way for you and Carly to punish each other. And then stage some inevitable reconciliation like you always do. It's just... As sad as that is to me, Michael and Morgan are yours and Carly's to raise as you please, but Christina is not.
If you want to keep Christina safe, Alexis, what the hell are you doing with Jerry Jax?
I'm not with Jerry Jax. He's a client.
Your client held a room full of people hostage. He shot Robin Scorpio. He blew up the MetroCorp lobby. He's a psycho, but you cannot stay away from him. Why is that?
Well, he's Jax's brother, and your sons call him Uncle Jerry.
The point I'm making is you keep bringing dangerous men into Christina's life, even marrying them.
I miss.
I missed a lot. He's elected to give up his criminal pursuits. You want to wager a bet on how long he stays clean?
I signed the business over to Jason.
Yeah, so I heard.
I'll give Christina your best.
Well, if she's upset, I recognize the set of the jaw.
I can't give up Christina.
So I think Alexis just wants to make sure that her daughter is safe, as do I. I'm sure you want the same thing for your children.
Listen, now I just want you to know